headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building, breaking down the latest. Every story got layers, everybody got opinions. I'ma do the homework first, looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Flow Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building, breaking down the latest. Every story got layers, everybody got opinions. I'ma do the homework first, looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Flow Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building.
Yeah, we back. Yes, sir, we back. Yes, sir. Yeah, little Dirk Cook, Keith. Yeah, that's why I ain't even covering that. I let little academics and them niggas cover that. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up, man. We got more important things to talk about besides little Dirk dumbass getting locked up. And hopefully, we talked about it yesterday, so that's a whole nother topic. We'll try to talk about it later because, you know, OTF Jam supposed to be taking the stand today. He probably on the stand right now. But we got breaking news, though. We got this guy, Jeff Metcalf, still doing interviews, boy. I'm talking about he on Good Morning New York. Good Morning Mississippi. I'm trying to tell you, like, yeah, Metcalf saying we ain't received justice. Yeah, they able to still hug their son, this and that. And, yeah, my son, he was a good kid. And, you know what I mean? And I understand he had a couple of little things he did when he was a kid, but they don't compare it to Carmelo's 70-something pages of things he did. My son only had 20-something pages of things he did that he regret. I said, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up with this dude, Jeff Metcalf, yo. Man, free that little boy Carmelo Anthony, man. Get that man a free trial, man. Give that brother a free trial, man. We understand y'all doing the buddy thing and all this. We understand and all. We're going to listen. You got to just face the facts, bro. The kid Melo wasn't looking for trouble. Trouble came to him. Like I'm waiting for this guy, Mr. Metcalf, over here to sit down and say, my son and them, they was kind of dumb, man. We train them. We ain't train them. We raised them not to let nobody put hands on them, let them bully them. So they had to protect. But see, your sons probably took that overboard. I'm waiting for you to say that maybe you want to take accountability on the way that you raised the way you raised your son. Now, everything I say is alleged. Everything is my opinion. But we're gonna review this new interview that Jeff Metcalf, rest in peace to your son Austin Metcalf, because I don't condone death, no violence on no young teen. It's too much of that shit going on anyway. But for you to sit there and act like your son was just walking around doing nothing, he was an angel and 235 pounds, young boy. I mean, yo, bro, the man was looking for trouble. Our boy over here, Carmelo Anthony, he was under the tent chilling, had his little backpack, had his little phone, had his little hoodie on, and he was minding his business. But see, where y'all messed up at, y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Because all these interviews is going to come back when Carmelo get a retrial and he get it uphill. Y'all talking too much, especially you, Mr. Metcalf. You talking way too much. Why you think your other son ain't doing no more interviews? Oh, we're going to review his last 2 interviews because he slipped up too. They started with Carmelo, man. We all know that. Y'all said it out your own mouth. Rest in peace to your son, but your son tried to grab Melo backpack. He got aggressive with Melo. Hello. Which he's known for. Hello. Come on, man. We're going to talk about all this. Yeah, for people that just joining, we got a new interview from Mr. Metcalf over here. Nothing wrong with what he's doing, but take accountability on your fatherhood. Take accountability on how you raised your son. Take accountability on the things that they did wrong. Stop making excuses and, oh, my son only had a 20-something page of things he did wrong back in the past, and they want to use that against him. But Carmelo he got about a 70-something page document of things he did. Stop comparing. Stop doing the comparison. That's why y'all didn't want to bring that shit up in the first court. That's why y'all didn't want to bring up in the first trial. Oh, what y'all do? Y'all get a retirement old judge. Yeah, hey, judge, we need you to come back over here and review this trial over here. He came back, shut it down, went back to golfing. But see, Melo, keep your chin up because you ain't going to you ain't going to sit there and do 10 years. You got Russell Wilson and them. You got some good lawyers. You got some good representatives. They're going to get you a retrial very soon. Might not be this year, but it'll definitely be probably by the end of next year. Because Mr. Metcalf talking a little bit too much. And a lot of things that y'all think we don't know what happened. No, we know what happened. This case ain't over just because he got sentenced to 35 years. No. Y'all black men, listen, y'all did him dirty in that court. Everybody in that court already knew y'all was going to sentence that boy 35 years. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew besides Carmelo. Y'all did him dirty, man. And that's exactly what they doing to Dirk, dumbass, too. Shout out to Dirk, free little Dirk. Hope he go through it. We did a live about that yesterday. But I don't know. Yeah, he doing all these interviews for money also. Talk about my family, they received justice. They still able to go hug their son in jail. I'm not able to hug mine. But your son came there looking for trouble. You see, y'all, like I said, y'all talk so much. Y'all don't even hear what y'all be saying in y'all old interviews. Y'all said y'all son came up there to tell him to get underneath that tent, to remove himself. Like he's the principal of the goddamn school. That's where y'all messed up right there. That's bully tactics. That's bully moves right there. You telling somebody to remove themselves, yo, get off underneath the tent. Talking about people be stealing. That boy wasn't stealing. He came there with another friend named Eddie, allegedly. Let's cut it out here, man. Come on, let's cut it out. But we're gonna review this. We're gonna review all this. We definitely gonna review this. Shout out to Love Blake for the $5 cash app. Shout out to Love Blake for the $5 cash app. I appreciate that, Love Blake. Shout out to Love Blake for the $5 cash app. Anybody else want to support the channel? We got the like button. That's free. Share the video. Hit the 3 dots. Hit the hype button. Share the video. I know they got the Tupac and the Dirk shit going on, but not for nothing. You can't even know. You don't even know what's going on in the Dirk trial. So bring y'all asses over here. Let's talk about this Carmelo because this case is still going on. We got his father over here still trying to parade with this shit, which I don't agree what he's doing. But everything's going to come back because the more you talk, the more they're going to use that against you on the new trial. They're going to use every word you use. Smash the like button, share the video, man. Hype your boy up, man. Do me that favor. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I know it's early. We talking about the Carmelo. I figure I'll pop out now. We'll pop out later on tonight also. So, yeah, share the video. Hype your boy up. You want to support the channel, get your membership. We got the Super Chat. We also got the Cash App in the banner. Let's continue, though. Get them likes up, man. Let's get to the first news break. Then we're going to get to his news. Then we're going to get to his new interview. Smash that like button. Follow me on Kick also. One of my mods, shout out to all my mods that pulled up. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. One of my mods will put the link in the Kick. They'll put the Kink link in the chat so y'all can follow me on Kick. Because we about to get that shit shaking soon over there too. But let's continue, man. Let's start off with this, though. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Do me that favor. Let's get a few more likes.
He was convicted of murder. Carmelo Anthony's legal team is escalating their fight to get him a new trial. He was convicted of murder for stabbing Austin Metcalf at a track meet in Frisco. This weekend, a judge denied their motion for a new trial, but as Jobin Puttiker reports, their appeal to a higher court has already begun.
Judge Michael Chitty ruled on a Saturday late afternoon to deny Carmelo Anthony's motion for a new trial. After sharing statements over the weekend, on Monday, both sides stayed quiet.
They did.
Attorney Jeremy Rosenthal is not on this case. He tells us this is the paperwork portion of the appeal, where the defense will raise any and all concerns.
It's not uncommon to see 10 or 15 points of error on a brief. The prosecution is going to file a reply to the defense brief and answer each of the points that the defense.
Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and the videos I play, they also owned by the original creators. Let's continue.
Defense brings up the 10 or 15.
Both sides stayed quiet.
They did.
Attorney Jeremy Rosenthal is not afternoon to deny Carmelo
murder for stabbing Austin Metcalf at a track meet in Frisco. This weekend, a judge denied their motion for a new trial, but as Jobin Puttiker reports, their appeal to a higher court has already begun.
Judge Michael Chitty ruled on a Saturday late afternoon to deny Carmelo Anthony's motion for a new trial. After sharing statements over the weekend, on Monday, both sides stayed quiet.
They did.
Attorney Jeremy Rosenthal is not on this case. He tells us this is the paperwork portion of the appeal, where the defense will raise any and all concerns.
It's not uncommon to see 10 or 15 points of error on a brief. The prosecution is going to file a reply to the defense brief and answer each of the points that the defense brings up.
Carmelo Anthony filed an appeal to the 5th District Court of Appeals in early June, soon after his sentencing. That court sits in Dallas, representing 6 counties, including Collin.
This is in all likelihood going to be assigned to 3 distinct judges of the 14 judges that sit on the 5th Court of Appeals in Dallas.
Jeremy, in his 21 years in defense, has appealed a number of times. He joined WFAA for its coverage during the hearings and was also in court.
I fully anticipate the emphasis of this appeal is going to be on the access and openness of the court issue because it triggers what's called structural error.
And that is an automatic reversal. The gentleman's agreement between parties during the trial will likely also be in the appeal. The defense will have to show how the breakdown of that agreement hurt Anthony's defense. Judge Chitty's order is brief. We asked what many are asking for the judge's full reasons for denial.
It's better for the prosecution and for the judge, if he wants to have his ruling upheld on appeal, to say less. If time were not an issue, he would certainly be required to show his math.
Again, this is the paperwork portion of this case. It is a long process, and Carmelo Anthony will remain in prison while that process happens. In McKinney, I'm Jobin Puttiker.
Free that boy Melo, because that is true. The judge ain't give us no reason why he didn't give that kid a new trial. At least give the public, give us a reason. But see, like I said, I like to hold on and stuff. Bring a retirement judge. Now you got to hire a new judge. Now the new judge going to come review the whole goddamn case. See what's the mistakes. See what the mistakes that was in the trial. See the error that was going on during the trial. When you get a new judge, that shit going to take some time now. Because now the new judge got to actually review this goddamn case, part of my language. But when you bring a retirement judge just got finished playing golf, the only thing he's going to do is shut the case down and go back home and smoke his cigars. So that's why I say this whole shit was a cover up, just like what's going on in Mississippi, allegedly. It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. No difference. The only difference here is that Carmelo defended himself. Trouble came to him. He wasn't looking for trouble. So all this little narrative they want to throw out there, like, come on, let's be fair here. This boy didn't go to a school zone looking for trouble. He was sitting underneath the tent like everybody else was when it was raining. What you want him to sit out the tent and get wet? That doesn't make no sense. They all kids. They teenagers. Talking about, yeah, the coach said if you don't belong in this school under this tent, you got to get out of here. This they narrative, because people were stealing underneath the tent that don't belong to the school. That doesn't make no sense to me either. That boy had his own backpack. There was plenty of other kids underneath the tent also. So if they was uncomfortable with that kid, which I don't understand, meaning Carmelo, why the other kids on the stand or underneath the tent didn't feel uncomfortable? It was only one individual, one group. That's when y'all go call the bully, allegedly, little Austin and them, and they come down there to try to remove them underneath the tent. Ain't no coaches, ain't no teachers, ain't no principal, ain't nobody tell Carmelo to remove yourself underneath that tent. So who the hell is these people to tell him what to do? So y'all telling me Carmelo was wrong? That doesn't make no sense. Last time I recall, this is a free country. You can sit, stand, whatever the hell you want to go to. He wasn't banned from the school. Now, if he was banned from the school and he posting I've been there, that's a whole different ball game. Now we got a different argument. But you're gonna tell me that these young kids, the same age as him, got all the authority to tell them to remove yourself underneath the tent? You don't belong here. That's a teacher, coach, principal. That's somebody else's authority to do, or security. Security on school grounds. Why security on school grounds ain't tell Carmelo to remove himself underneath the tent before the boys got there? I sit back and wait because he wasn't no threat. I pretty much sure Carmelo was chilling underneath the tent several minutes. I don't know, probably 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, probably 30 minutes before the Austin boys came, before the Metcalf boys came. He wasn't just chilling there for 3 minutes and all of a sudden they appear underneath the tent. Nah, he was chilling there for quite a moment. I'm saying probably 30 minutes he was chilling before them boys came and interrupt his peace. They not the principal. They're not the teacher. They not none of that shit. So how dare people say that, oh, Melo was wrong? No, he wasn't. He defended himself. He was chilling. They don't got no authority to tell him to remove himself underneath that tent. That's a security job. If Carmelo was a threat towards everybody around that tent in them bleachers or the school. Come on, man. Like, you can't make this shit up, yo. Let's get them likes up to 50, man. I know it's early. Smash that like button, man. Do me that favor if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video, too, because you know the notifications be acting funny. What's going on, E? Salute, 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 Nicole. I see you. Calio. And they were suspended. That's a fact. Calio, come on. See, they don't mention that part, though. Oh, when we get to the new interview of Mr. Metcalf over here, because, you know, he did a Good Morning Mississippi interview today. Or it was yesterday morning, but I think it was today morning. Today. Oh, yeah, they don't mention that part, though. His boys were suspended from school grounds. Why y'all don't mention that part? Let me ask y'all that question. Why y'all don't mention that? Listen, it's a tragic story for both families, not just one. There's a tragic story for both families, not just one. One was defending itself. The other one came there looking for trouble. You know what could have made this story easier? If the boys would have just went to the security and be like, yo, man, he don't belong underneath there, and convinced the security to get Carmelo underneath that tent to tell him remove himself. That could have been a better story. But no, they took it on their behalf to walk over there and act like they're security, they're police, they're the principal, they're something to tell this young man, you got to remove yourself or else. That sounds like trouble coming to me. That don't sound like I'm bringing trouble to somebody else. That part, what are we talking about here? You brought your funky ass over here to tell me to remove myself. For what? Security ain't telling me to remove myself. Like I said, my condolences to the family. May his soul rest in peace. But y'all gotta understand, man, this shit come from the way y'all raise y'all kids, bro. This don't just come from kids waking up in the morning and say, yo, let me go bully somebody today. No, it starts from how they was brought up. It start off on who parent these kids. But then when you're a bully, you're gonna meet your match one day. I always say that. You might get tired of somebody, they're gonna defend themselves. Or you might meet your match, but like, all right, let's get busy. Let's go over here, let's get the scuffle on. But you're gonna meet some people that ain't got time to scuffle. You too big. These kids is 235 pounds. Melo was about 170 or some shit like that. And he was shorter than him. I don't even know if I think they kind of taller than Melo also. Come on, man. Let's get to Mr. Metcalf, though, man. Smash that like button, man. Let's get up to 100 people in the building. They coming in slowly. Smash that like button, man. Let's get up to 50 likes. We about to get to the new interview with Mr. Metcalf, and he had a lot to say. He said he felt like his family ain't getting no justice. He felt like, oh yeah, you could go hug your son in jail. I can't do that. I gotta go to the graveyard, gravesite. I understand that. Like I said, it's a tragic on both stories, on both families. One lost their son to the system, and one lost their son, know what I mean, on another type of way. Come on, man. Ain't nobody winning this goddamn decision. They ain't nobody win. They family didn't win either. They son 18, 17 years old, about to do 35 years. Lucky he got a good defense attorneys that's holding him down right now. Come on, man. Let's be real here, bro. Ain't nobody win. So for him to say, oh, we ain't getting no justice, they ain't getting no justice either. You thought their son was just gonna go over there and commit this crime? They would have told their son, man, you better stay your ass home. You ain't going outside doing no shit like that. No, he got invited to that school. And that was his so-called friend. The name, I don't even know if it's the kid Eddie. Let me repeat myself. He got invited to the school ground. He just ain't put a backpack on and started walking to the school and said, yo, let me go start trouble over here. I don't like these little dudes over here. I don't like the Metcalf brothers. You think Carmelo walked to the school and was actually thinking about that? You think Carmelo got dropped off at that school and actually said, yeah, I'm about to go get it popping over here. I'm gonna go get it cracking over here. No, he didn't. He wasn't looking for trouble. So let's cut this shit out already. That's why they're doing the retrial. You could just paint the picture. It's a rainy, nasty day. You think he got time to go over there and start trouble by himself? Make it make sense. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go pop it off over here by myself with like 5 kids over here. One of them is known to be a bully. 2 of them is known to be a bully, meaning the Metcalf brothers, allegedly. And everything I say is alleged. We're only going by the stories they're giving us. Come on, man. I said it. I said Eddie set him up. I don't care what nobody said. Allegedly, boy, you man, listen, you backdoor that boy, man. Because why you ain't standing up for your boy? Why you ain't standing side by side with your boy underneath that tent? We still don't even know if you was there now. Everybody said you was. So why you ain't defend Carmelo? Why you ain't stand side by side with your boy? Because you know what you did wrong. You know what you did wrong. All right, man. Let's continue, man. Smash that like button for the people that just joined and do me that favor. Let's get to this new interview with Mr. Metcalf. Let's review this. Let's hear what he got to say. Free Carmelo, man. Hopefully he'll get a free trial. That's all we want the kid to have, a free trial. That's it. That's all we asking.
Sat down with Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky for his first interview since Anthony's request for a new murder trial was rejected. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, George. Austin Metcalf's father, as you'll see, is still working through his grief and anger. He told us he forgives his son's killer, but he says Carmelo Anthony's conviction is no justice.
I rubbed my fingers through his hair. I said, son.
How you gonna say his conviction ain't no justice? That's 35 goddamn years of a 17, 18-year-old kid, his senior year. He was about to graduate this year. And you got the nerve to say there ain't no justice? Like what? Number one, he was defending himself. Let's start there, but let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Let's get them likes up, please. Do me that favor.
Father sat down with Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky for his first interview since Anthony's request for a new murder trial was rejected. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, George. Austin Metcalf's father, as you'll see, is still working through his grief and anger. He told us he forgives his son's killer, but he says Carmelo Anthony's conviction is no justice.
I rubbed my fingers through his hair. I said, son, it's not goodbye. Let's see you later.
This morning, the anguished father of Austin Metcalf, the Texas teen stabbed to death at a high school track meet, is speaking out for the first time since a judge over the weekend refused to grant convicted murderer Carmelo Anthony a new trial.
This case was really never about guilt or innocence. It was about how long you're going to do.
Anthony, who is now 19, was sentenced to 35 years in prison for fatally stabbing Metcalf during a quick and heated confrontation in April 2025 over Anthony's refusal to leave a tent that belonged to Metcalf's team. Did you get justice?
No. There's no such thing. I got handed a life sentence.
You got handed a life sentence.
So did Megan, so did Hunter, and so did everybody else in my family and her family. We don't ever get to see Austin again. We don't get to talk to him. We don't get to hug him. This guy, he still gets to see his family. It's a tragedy that he has to be in prison. I feel sorry for him. Just due to the fact that his life is pretty much ruined. I don't feel sorry for what he did, though. He needs to be held.
You know what he doing too, yo? He doing a whole campaign that he ain't got no race in him. You know what I mean? He feels sorry for him. He forgive him. Not for nothing, respectfully. And I'm going to say this shit respectfully. And I'm going to say this respectfully. We got videos. And we're going to go through these old videos when you was on TikTok talking mad crazy, watermelon felon. Yeah, you forgot that term you used. Yeah, you know, yeah, he's a watermelon felon. Yeah, y'all could go viral with that one. I ain't trying to hear that. The reason why you doing this shit is because you got a foundation going on. You start a foundation, okay, that's good. Okay, I can respect that. You're a parent, you want to start a foundation, but for you to switch and try to act like you some brand new guy now, no, you're only doing that shit because you're on a campaign to try to promote your foundation. And then you exactly got a black man on the side of you. Oh, watch when y'all see the brother next to him. Like you trying to switch your image all of a sudden. No, stand on what you believe. Stand on the things you said in the beginning when this first happened. Because that's your true character. Don't try to switch your character now because you're starting a foundation. You're a hypocrite. Exactly. Let's continue, though.
Be held accountable.
The Texas teen stabbed conviction is no justice.
I rubbed my fingers through his hair. I said, son, it's not goodbye. Let's see you later.
This morning, the anguished father of Austin Metcalf, the Texas teen stabbed to death at a high school track meet, is speaking out for the first time since a judge over the weekend refused to grant convicted murderer Carmelo Anthony a new trial.
This case was really never about guilt or innocence. It was about how long you're going to do.
Anthony, who is now 19, was sentenced to 35 years in prison for fatally stabbing Metcalf during a quick and heated confrontation in April 2025 over Anthony's refusal to leave a tent that belonged to Metcalf's team. Did you get justice?
No. There's no such thing. I got handed a life sentence.
You got handed a life sentence.
So did Megan, so did Hunter, and so did everybody else in my family and her family. We don't ever get to see Austin again. We don't get to talk to him. We don't get to hug him. This guy, he still gets to see his family. It's a tragedy that he has to be in prison. I feel sorry for him. Just due to the fact that his life is pretty much ruined. I don't feel sorry for what he did, though. He needs to be held accountable.
Notoriety about the killing spread beyond Texas, due in no small part to social media posts that amplified elements of the case involving race. There were no black jurors, and critics questioned whether Anthony received a fair trial. Do you have a sense of why some people can't accept that they believe Carmelo Anthony did not get a fair trial?
Sure. There are people in this world that will believe whatever they're told. They follow. They're sheep.
Can I ask you about the racial element of the case?
Sure.
How did it get that way?
It's real simple. The other side decided to bring it up.
He said it started when he was asked to leave a press conference by Anthony's parents shortly after his son's murder.
He was not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
I think that day is when race was really entered into it. Because till that point, I never looked at it as a black and white thing. It was a right and wrong thing. That's all. Whoever did it, my first question was, one, where's his parents? How was he raised? Why did this happen? Not, oh, he's black, he must be guilty. It never even crossed my mind. It doesn't matter. I don't see color.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all believe what he's saying? Do y'all believe that before we continue? Because it's a lot. Y'all believe that? Because he's a football dad. You know, they play sports. Like I said, they in Texas. It's a lot of mixed. I mean, you got black and white kids playing sports in Texas. I said this in the beginning when we first covered the trial. I said a lot of them being cojones with each other doing sports. But we don't know what the talk's about. And this go for both coaches. I ain't just saying like the Caucasian. We're going for black coaches too. I mean, oh, man, that white quarterback sucked. I'm trying to tell you, man, you should have started Ray, man. Little Steve can't run. I mean, those be the type of talks when you playing sports, when you got the black and the white community mix during sports events until they go home. They be them type of talks. But do y'all believe him? Y'all believe he ain't got a thinner race in him? Y'all believe that he don't look at color, he just look at your character? I'm asking y'all, to be honest. I'm asking y'all. Y'all absolutely believe him? He's a sports dad. His sons play sports, so they've been around a lot of black kids and all that, I guess, whatever, if you want to say that. That's Texas. A lot of black kids that play football down there in Texas. But playing football and high-fi and all that doesn't mean nothing. When you go home, you probably got a lot to say about that person you just high-five. You probably say he sucked, black this, dropped the N-word. We don't know. I'm just saying alleged. Of course you ain't going to say that shit in public. But when you go home, you might have allegedly a little bit of race in you. We don't know. But the way you carry your sons from the history, that tells us there's some shit going on. Because your sons is not going to get caught spray painting saying, we all know what they said. The K word, unalive blacks and all that. When Austin and them was young, they spray painting the walls and all that. Come on, they get that from home. What we talking about here? What we talking about? They get that from home. Then they got they got one history bullying a black kid in the classroom. You get that from home. Oh nah, but we got black football punk friends and all this. That doesn't mean nothing. What that mean? They just know not to play around with them brothers on the team. Because they get busy. Yeah, we the same height and everything as you. You come play around with me if you want. They might do that to other black kids that's non-football players. They don't got the height and the weight like your kids got, like your kids have. I'm just saying a legend. Smash that like button, do me that favor. We got over 100-some people in the chat. We about to continue. Let's get 100 likes so we can get this out there. You know, they like to play with the notifications. Share the video also. Share the video. Smash that like button, man. Let's get 100 likes, man. Do me that favor. Let's get 100 likes. I say this every night. Let's get 100 likes, gang. Come on. Because this guy acting like, hey, there's nothing wrong. Nah, you switch the character once you started your foundation. Now you want to act like you don't got nothing that R word in you or you ain't that R word in you. Nah, don't do that. Stand on your grounds like you was in the beginning. Don't try to switch over now because you got a foundation going on. I respect that. Nothing wrong with that. You trying to put some type of awareness. Okay, I respect that. But don't switch the light now. Don't try to switch the character because you see the dollars are falling down from the sky. Because that's all you see is dollars falling down from the sky. I don't see their mom doing anything. Where their mom at? She ain't doing an interview. She did 2 interviews and then she ain't do no more interviews yet. And I got both of them. We're going to review those also with the other brother. But you, on the other hand, well, you chasing the dollars that's falling down from the sky. Because you got a little foundation going on. Now you want to switch the lights, switch characters and all this now. Nah, we ain't doing all that. Let's get 30 more likes, man. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video.
Trial.
How did this happen?
That is
Race. There were no black jurors, and critics questioned whether Anthony received a fair trial. Do you have a sense of why some people can't accept that they believe Carmelo Anthony did not get a fair trial?
Sure. There are people in this world that will believe whatever they're told. They follow. They're sheep.
Can I ask you about the racial element of the case?
Sure.
How did it get that way?
It's real simple. The other side decided to bring it up.
He said it started when he was asked to leave a press conference by Anthony's parents shortly after his son's murder.
who was not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
And I'd agree. Because I remember he did that interview. Oh, I showed up at the press conference because I wanted to show awareness that there's no race going involved. That's not the way to do it. You don't show up at a press conference where his family is about to talk. They got a lot of people over there, and you just show up by yourself. You know what you was trying to do? Hold up. Let's go back to that. Because they actually got a photo of you in that press conference. Hold up. Where you at?
Who was not invited.
How did it get that way?
It's real simple. The other side decided to bring it up.
He said it started when he was asked to leave a...
Right here. You don't got no reason to be in there, bro. Your arm is hurting. You got a cast on your arm. Like, you got the shades on because you know you don't want to look at nobody eye to eye, so you put the shades on. You don't have no reason going there. You know the reason why you went there? So you could push everybody buttons and see if somebody going to crash out. That part. What are we talking about? You don't come there talking about you want to do peace at that moment. No, you set up a little meeting. You call their peoples. You call their lawyer. You be like, yo, listen, I want to sit at the table. We could discuss this. You don't just show up in front of a press conference and think that they're not gonna feel some type of way. Of course they is. They still grieving on what the hell just happened. Your son just got unalived, and their son just got sentenced to 35 years. Or at the time he was facing trial during this moment. You just don't show up at somebody's spot like that. No, I'm telling you what he was trying to do. He was trying to push somebody buttons and during that press conference, a family member, somebody, so they could put hands on you. And then if they would have put hands on you or shoved you, now they would have been looking like the bad guys. Now they would have been like, look at Carmelo family. Yeah, that's where he get it from. Look, I came there to try to make peace, but they want to put their hands on me. That's not the right moment of coming there to try to make peace. You was absolutely wrong for what you did, Mr. Metcalf. You was playing chess. That's all you was doing. I could see this shit a miles away. There's no way in the world you're gonna walk through that door with a cast and all this, and playing on your phone, got the shades on, talk about I want to talk about let's talk about this during their press conference. No, you was testing their patience. That's all you was doing. You was testing their patience. That's exactly what you was doing. Testing their patience. You wanted them to put their hands on you so they could crash out. And if somebody would have crashed out, not for nothing, they would have been looking bad as far as the trial. Because now they're looking at Carmelo family, looking at him. Now they don't put hands on you. That whole picture, that shit would have looked terrible during court. You was playing chess, man. That's all you was doing. You was playing chess, and lucky they didn't crash out while you was trying to play chess during that moment. Talking about I'll try to come there and make peace. Man, you came at the wrong goddamn moment.
A press conference by Anthony.
Sure. There are people in this world that will believe whatever they're told. They follow. They're sheep.
Can I ask you about the racial element of the case?
Sure.
How did it get that way?
It's real simple. The other side decided to bring it up.
He said it started when he was asked to leave a press conference by Anthony's parents shortly after his son's murder.
Who was not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
I think that day is when race was really entered into it. Because till that point, I never looked at it as a black and white thing. It was a right and wrong thing.
Really? You really gonna say that? Okay. Okay. Let's get them likes up, gang. Let's get some more likes. Let's get 100 likes. Come on, let's get 100 likes, man. We at 77. We not even done. Let's get 100 likes, bro. You can't make this shit up. That shit sound good when you got a foundation you trying to promote. I know. Let's get them likes up. Come on, let's get 100 likes, gang. Do me that favor. Let's get close to 100. We at 77. Because for you to flip the script like this and flip your character, oh, yeah, I ain't look at it as race. I ain't look at it as a black and white thing. I guarantee you was going crazy in your house, which you should because your son just got unalive. Nothing wrong with that as a parent going crazy. Any parent will go crazy. But I know for a fact you was dropping a lot of N-words when you found out it was a young brother that actually got in an altercation with your son. I know you was dropping a lot of N-words. Let's get them likes up. Come on. Because you ain't gonna fool me, Mr. Metcalf. I'm just keeping it real. You're not gonna just sit here and fool me. True characters come out in the beginning. That shit don't switch when you're trying to start a foundation all of a sudden. Yeah, like I said, you see money dropping from the sky. That's why all of a sudden you want to switch your character. Nothing wrong with that, but we can see that. Let's get them likes up. Come on, man. Let's get 21 more likes, gang. Let's get 100 likes, man. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever you at. Smash the like button. Do me that favor. Because this guy right here, he think we little bobbleheads or something. You know how little bobbleheads, you hit the heads, they go like this? That's what he think we on. He think we just on, he think we on it like this. Yeah. Hit the little bobblehead, that shit just be moving. Yeah, nah, we ain't on that type of time. There ain't no bobbleheads over here. Nah, we ain't doing that. Ain't no little bobbleheads over here, nigga. Nah, we ain't doing that. Let's cut that shit out, man. Let's cut it out for real, man. Let's get the like button, man. Come on, let's get a few more likes, gang. Do me that favor, man. Let's get a few more likes. But this guy think we some bobbleheads over here, son. I don't know what the hell he think. This shit doesn't make no sense. We not even done. That's why I said, hold on, I got a nice one for y'all this morning. I'm gonna try to get through y'all job and all that. Whatever y'all doing, yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Whole new interview with this guy. Yeah, we ain't get justice over here. They can still hug their son. You still talking. Nobody ain't get justice, bro. It was a tragic for both families. Can you at least say that? Shout out to Terry, man. Shout out to Terry Dawkins for being a member. Shout out to Terry Dawkins for being a member. I appreciate that, champ. Appreciate that. Both family took a loss. You ain't say that shit now one time. And if you did, you probably was drunk, allegedly. Come on, man. Let's get them likes up. Let's continue, gang. Get them likes up, man. Let's get 100 likes. Let's do that favor.
That's looked at it as a black and white thing. It was a right and wrong thing. That's all. Whoever did it, my first question was one, where's his parents? How was he raised? Why did this happen? Not, oh, he's black, he must be guilty. It never even crossed my mind. It doesn't matter. I don't see color.
At trial, prosecutors and defense attorneys made a secret deal to focus on what happened under that tent and exclude evidence about Anthony and Metcalf's character or past behavior. Evidence about a secret deal to focus.
Y'all heard that? Oh, y'all ain't catch that, huh? Let me rewind it for y'all. That's why he's going to get a retrial soon. Because of the secret effing deal they did underneath the table and said we're going to smoke this young man for what he did. They did a secret deal. No characters came out. None of them documents came out at the beginning. Carmelo didn't take the stand for some strange reason. We all question why the hell Carmelo ain't defending himself and taking the stand. They made a secret deal. Yo, the lawyer, make sure he don't take the stand and keep him in the hush-hush. Man, free that young man. That man deserves a fair trial at least. At least. Come on, man. Let's get them likes up, gang. Let's get 100 likes before we start. Come on, man. I know we got over 100 people, but at least let's get 100 likes. Let's match it. Come on. Let's get 14 more likes, man. Talking about they got a secret deal. Support the channel. Get your membership. Shout out to Terry Hawkins, man. Shout out to Terry for being a member. I appreciate that. Anybody else want to grab their membership? Definitely appreciate that. Support the channel. Donate to the channel. We got the super chat. We also got the Cash App and the banner. This shit is ridiculous. Now you're hearing, oh, they got secret deals. That's why they got rid of the judge. They're going to have a whole new prosecutor. It's going to be a whole new trial. They might take the trial somewhere else, to be honest, because you can't trust these people down there. You can't trust them. Let's continue, man. Smash that like button, man. Let's get 100 likes. Do me that favor. For the people that just joined in, this is a new interview from Mr. Metcalf, and he said he ain't received no justice. And a lot of secret deals was going on during the trial also. And they just said it during this interview. Secret deals, a favor for a favor. Prosecutor and lawyer and judge. Not for nothing, they need to charge their ass for something also. Pause. Come on, gang. We got 87 likes. Let's get 100 likes, man. Let's continue.
It never even crossed my mind. It doesn't matter. I don't see color.
At trial, prosecutors and defense attorneys made a secret deal to focus on what happened under that tent and on what happened. And defense attorneys made a secret deal to focus on. At trial, prosecutors and defense attorneys made a secret deal to focus on what happened under that tent and exclude evidence about Anthony and Metcalf's character or past behavior.
We're not going to drag stuff from what they did in 4th grade. We're not going to drag stuff from this guy's character, because at the end of the day, it's real simple. They had 20 pages on my boys. I read it. They had 75 pages on Carmelo. I read that. If it would have came out in court, I think he would have got more.
After the verdict,
He's trying to say if that character of documents that we received now, not so long ago, of the things that they texted when they was kids and Austin did with the spray paint and all, he's trying to say that shit would have affected Carmelo more. Do y'all believe on that? I want to ask y'all that. For the 100-some people in the building, do y'all believe that? If them documents and text messages and all them shits that came out on both of the kids or both of the young men, when it came out during the trial, would that actually would have affected Carmelo more? It probably would have, because who he was going against. Let's say that. Who he was going against. Carmelo, it basically was Carmelo against everybody in the court. His lawyer wasn't even on his side. So you got to think about it that way also. His lawyer wasn't even on his side. You know what's crazy? I think it wouldn't, because that information, when everybody was protesting, everybody was at the courts and all that, nobody knew about Austin history. Can we all agree? Until that a week ago, and we got history of him and his brother getting locked up for doing this, doing that, doing this, spray painting, doing this. We didn't receive that information in the beginning of this trial at all. It might have been a different type of outcome, to be honest. I mean, people probably would have reacted a little way more different. So we got to look at it that way, and it probably would have helped Carmelo also. But then again, it was Carmelo against everybody in that goddamn court, because his lawyer wasn't even representing him. This shit is crazy, bro. So they had a secret deal from the beginning. Let's continue. Smash that like button. Let's get 8 more likes, man. Let's get 100 likes, man. Do me that favor.
Jeff Metcalf
We're not going to drag stuff.
exclude evidence about Anthony. At trial, prosecutors and defense attorneys made a secret deal to focus on what happened under that tent and exclude evidence about Anthony and Metcalf's character or past behavior.
We're not going to drag stuff from what they did in 4th grade. We're not going to drag stuff from this guy's character, because at the end of the day, it's real simple. They had 20 pages on my boys. I read it. They had 75 pages on Carmelo. I read that. If it would have came out in court, I think he would have got more.
After the verdict, Jeff Metcalf appeared on a podcast where he used racially charged language and disparaged Anthony's family.
What was that about?
One, yes, I said it. Two, I own it. I'm not backing away from it. If you listen to the 10 seconds before the clip and you get the context, because I'll repeat it for everybody right now. I'm not racist. Let me make something up that is.
Anything for the new foundation, right? Make sure y'all go follow his new foundation. He got a new foundation going on. You know, he's trying to put awareness out there. You're not a racist, huh? For the more we got them clips that you was talking crazy too. We got those. You know that. Oh, you know them videos don't go nowhere. You know they don't go nowhere, right? Mr. Metcalf, you know that, right? Watermelon felon. You forgot you said that? Oh yeah, he's a watermelon felon. How about that? Let me go viral for that one. That's exactly what you said. You said that shit with your chest out. You said that shit with your hairy ass chest out. I don't know, you know what I mean? Allegedly. But I know you said it with your chest out, though. Oh, man. Yeah, he's a watermelon felon. Yeah, that's exactly what you said. It's exactly what you said. I ain't got a race in me. Really? Let's get 7 more likes, man. Come on, gang. We're close to 100. Our goal is to get 100 likes this early afternoon. Come on, man. Let's get 7 more likes. This dude is ridiculous, bro. Let's get 7 more likes, man. Let's get 100 likes for the people that just watch this. Smash the like button. Do me that favor. Let's get back to this guy, though, man. This guy's something else.
Is racist. I'm not racist. Because I own it.
Anthony's family. Verdict, Jeff Metcalf appeared on a podcast where he used racially charged language and disparaged Anthony's family.
What was that about?
One, yes, I said it. Two, I own it. I'm not backing away from it. If you listen to the 10 seconds before the clip and you get the context, because I'll repeat it for everybody right now. I'm not racist. Let me make something up that is racist, and I bet you it will go viral on the internet. So it's a social media experiment.
So he's saying the watermelon felon is the social media experiment because he said, let me show y'all how racist could be and I could go viral. Y'all believe that shit? Y'all really believe that? Let's continue.
I'm not going to apologize. Let me make something up that is racist, and I bet you it will go viral. I'm not racist. Let me make something up that is racist, and I bet you it will go viral on the internet. So it's a social media experiment. I'm not going to apologize for anything, but was it my finest moment? No.
16 months after Austin was killed, his father says faith keeps him from being consumed by anger.
Forgave him the first day it happened. For real? Said it in an interview. Had to. If I didn't, I'd be eaten up. I'd be angry. I might go do something. I'd be looking for revenge. What if I lost control of my emotions? What if I'd be eaten up the first day it happened. For real? Said it.
Faith keeps him from being consumed by anger.
Forgave him the first day it happened. For real? Said it in an interview. Had to.
He said he forgave him the first day it happened. I don't believe that shit at all. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Let's get 5 more likes. Let's get 100 likes. Because as a person of the color of black and Puerto Rican, whatever, I'm black, whatever you want to call, I want to listen. I ain't forgiving nobody the first day, nigga. And everybody in the chat gonna say the same thing. Oh, yeah, the first day I forgive him. Let me just go home and go to sleep. You're lying, bro. You should have said a few months later, oh, yeah, I forgave him. I mean, because that's the best way to do it. But you talking about the first day. You trying to make yourself like you just perfect person, just perfect individual, just perfect soul that you don't got a race in you. I don't know. I don't know you. Only thing I'm speaking on is the character, on what you're showing us in these interviews. But for you to react like that because you got a foundation going on all of a sudden, you want to switch characters. Oh, yeah, I forgave him the first day. There ain't no parent going to forgive somebody the first day. Let's get that clear. I don't care what you say. Ain't no parent going to forgive somebody the first day. That shit going to take time. You ain't going to see me look at you. Oh, yeah, I forgive you. You ain't going to see me going to the interview. Yeah, I forgive him. Nope. You just doing that shit to cover up your little character. That's all you trying to do. You trying to put another costume on. That's all you doing. You out here playing Halloween, nigga. You switching characters, you switching costumes, nigga. That's all you doing. Ain't no way in the world a parent gonna forget somebody doing that the first day. Oh, y'all forgive him the first day. Hell no, I don't. And I'm saying that as an adult, older black brother to another young brother. I ain't forgiving him the first day. Hell no. I'm gonna want questions. What happened? I'm gonna want to sit down with the little nigga. Yo, what the hell you do that for? I ain't just gonna sit there and forgive him. Nah, I'm gonna want questions. So you absolutely lying, and that's how we know a lot of other shit you be lying. Stop it. Stand on what you believe. In the beginning, you believe you know exactly what you believe on. Because you taught your kids how to be that way. Allegedly.
Had to. If I didn't,
Consumed by anger.
forgave him the first day it happened.
For real?
Said it in an interview. Had to. If I didn't, I'd be eaten up. I'd be angry. I might go do something. I'd be looking for revenge. What if I lost control of my emotions? What if I found him and killed him? So for my mental health, for my well-being, and for my spiritual health, I knew what I needed to do.
Could you ever envision a time where you sit with Carmelo Anthony's family?
I want to ask him a question, respectfully. You see the face, you see the outrage he had? I had to. If I didn't, if I would have found him, I would have unalived him or something. I would just went rage. I would have outraged. Would you have felt the same way if that person was a color of your own? I'm just curious. I'm very curious about that. Let me repeat myself respectfully. Would you have that same outrage just now if it was a color of your own, like your son, that did that to protect himself? Would you have this type of outrage? Because we know this little switch character ain't really you. But I want to know, would y'all actually accept Carmelo if he was a younger white kid that did that to your son? I'm very curious about that. Would y'all have father would have went on a rampage? Father would have said this. Would you have that same energy? He can ask you the same question. Isaiah, I ain't got time for you. Let me get you out of here. I ain't got time to be arguing with people like you. We just gonna boot your ass out here, smoke you out here. Would you have that same energy if that kid was the same color as you or the same color as your son? I'm just very curious about that shit. And would a judge would have treated Carmelo if he was a white kid? I'm just asking the question.
And
What I need, I might go do something. Had to.
father says faith keeps him from being consumed by anger.
Forgave him the first day it happened. For real? Said it in an interview. Had to. If I didn't, I'd be eaten up. I'd be angry. I might go do something. I'd be.
Here we go. All right, I'm gonna speak to this one. You said you don't care about race. I respect your call. I respect your opinion. But let me ask you a question. I don't know how old are you. I don't know if you old enough. I don't know if you're a parent. I don't know. I don't know your situation, whatever. I don't know your. But let me ask you a question. How you gonna say that when the kid was minding his business? Let me repeat myself. Carmelo was minding his business. Did you find it? Did you follow the trial and all that? See, we didn't get an opportunity to hear Carmelo talk because they screwed him in the court. Pause. His lawyer didn't let him defend himself and let him take the stand. That's another part. So you only going by what the Metcalf are telling you, you going by what the news are telling you, and you going by what the prosecutor is telling you to put out in the news. But see, we ain't got a word about what Carmelo told us. Carmelo still didn't even give his side of the story yet. Did he? No. And that's smart because the lawyers that he got now, they already got the whole story on his side. But let me go back to what I was saying. Carmelo was minding his business. He ain't come there looking for trouble, Bass. Trouble came to him. What would you do? They don't give nobody to stab nobody. So you got 5 kids surrounding you that look like some big-ass football players. Carmelo barely, he don't even know these kids. The kids are known to be bullies. Their reputation is already known out there. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna try to fight or you gonna do whatever you're gonna do to get about that situation. You're gonna the key word is defend yourself. Like I said, I don't condone what happened to the young man. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that Carmelo went there to look for that problem to happen. No, the problem came to him. He absolutely don't got no right to poke him in his chest. But that was his decision. Self-defense. We all come from that era that we fight with our hands. I come from that era too. You take a win, you take a loss. You take it how you want to take it after the situation happened. That's your choice. Now, after you fight, whatever you want to do after that, that's your choice, nigga. But you got to understand, these kids ain't doing that nowadays. And then when you look at a little bully like allegedly, they got a reputation, what you think gonna happen? I'm trying to make it up out of here out alive. You don't think they watched the Nolan Wells case? He said, that's how not self-defense work in this country. Well, go take your ass to a self-defense class and come back and explain it to me. They put his hands on him. They grabbed his backpack.
Looking for revenge. What if I lost control of my emotions? What if I found him and killed him? So for my mental health, for my well-being, and for my spiritual health, I knew what I needed to do.
Could you ever envision a time where you sit with Carmelo Anthony's family and talk about it?
I don't think they would be up for that. I would have thought they would have reached out to me. They would have offered some sort of condolence, some sort of remorse, some sort of accountability. But that's not the way things played out. We obviously are different people, and we choose to parent differently. My son is at a cemetery, and their son is in a prison cell. I don't know what we would have to talk about, to be honest.
Carmelo Anthony's attorney tells ABC News in a statement his legal defense is not intended to diminish Austin Metcalf's life or his family's grief. Legitimate questions about racial fairness, equal treatment, public access, judicial impartiality, and the constitutional process cannot be dismissed as merely bringing race into the case. In recent weeks, Jeff Metcalf started a foundation named for his son with Bruce Carter, a community advocate who works on conflict resolution.
It's the ability to walk away, but you have to teach people that before they're in that moment. We live in a society right now that conflict is normal, so we have to prepare people prior to that.
I want to make sure no other parent has to feel this way. Now, can I change the entire world? No, but I.
You see, I ain't going for the gimmick. I ain't going for you got a brother on the side of you, and now you want to push your foundation and all this. I ain't going for that, bro. I'm just sorry, man. That's what I said. Like I said this before, I don't condone what happened. But at the end of the day, the boy didn't come there looking for trouble. Trouble came to him. Trouble came to him.
My part, because it starts with one step. This is the first step. but it's the first step of the rest of my life.
What do you want us to know about Austin and how he should be remembered?
He touched so many different hearts in such a short time. That boy taught me stuff. I taught him too. I was his dad. He taught a lot of people a lot of things. He was a good kid.
The case is...
May that kid rest in peace. Like I said, it's a tragic on both stories, on both sides. Family. Both sides of the family took a loss. Which I thought I was going to say all now. May that son rest in peace. But like I continue saying, when trouble's coming towards you, sometimes things happen in a flash. See, people think that we live in a slow motion type of life. No, when trouble's in front of your face, you got to react real quick. That kid reacted fast. He just made a wrong decision on how he reacted, meeting Carmelo. I guarantee you Carmelo didn't mean to poke that boy in his chest. Guarantee you he didn't. Guarantee you he whipped it out, probably try to back him up. They rushing him, and all of a sudden he get poked. Because I remember there was a narrative saying that they rushed him. We got to see the full video, baby. Don't give us the video that you see Carmelo running out the tent and nah. There's a few more minutes in that video, baby. Let's stop it here. There's a few minutes in that video. There was a narrative saying that they rushed him when he whipped out his little poker. And all of a sudden that narrative got washed away. Come on, man. Let's be real. If they screwed the trial up, what make you think they ain't gonna screw some videos up? What make you think they ain't gonna screw the narratives up? Let's be real here. The boy didn't even have a fair trial. So what make you think there was fair in the beginning? You got to be shitting me right now. You know what, Bass, man? I try to let you live, but I'm going to get your ass up out of here. Bye, Bass. I'll let you live for a minute. You continue trying to rebuttal, but your rebuttal is horrible right now. You saying Carmelo parents fell. His parents fell too. What you talking about? Ain't nobody got time to go back and forth with your goofy ass in the chat. I'm being honest. Whoever you are. Like I said, both families took a loss. If you want to say one family fell, parenting, well, you might as well say both of them. This dude come here, yeah, Carmelo parents fell. Yeah, Carmelo did the self-law and this and that. He's a kid. Man, shut your goofy ass up because you don't really know what's going on. You didn't even hear Carmelo's side of the story. He never got a chance to even explain his story, that part. You only going by one side of a story. Send your ass to the smoke, man. Get you up out of here. But yeah, I want to get to this dude because this dude say I ain't got a race in my soul. Okay.
I got a new name for Mello. I'm racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such a racist up so y'all can go viral.
Now he tried to say he did this just because he wanted a social media experiment. Yeah, I said that because that's what they wanted me to do. So I said it, social media experiment. Nah, you wanted to say this shit. You said this shit out your chest.
New name, I'm racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. Because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. I forgave him so I don't carry the hate and the anger. So I don't get ate up like cancer and kills you from the inside. Man,
You ain't say that out of your chest? Let's continue. Smash that like button, man. Let's get a few more likes. We got over 100. We got 150 people in the building on a nice little early afternoon. Smash that like button. We ain't covering no Tupac, none of that. We ain't covering senior citizen trial. That's what I call Tupac trial. I call that shit the senior citizen trial. And we ain't covering dirt. This Dirk shit, you know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Dirk, but we ain't doing. We covering real life shit. Smash that like button because they railroad this kid. They basically did him dirty in the court. They actually covered everything up in the court, and they actually didn't let this kid defend himself, meaning explain himself on his side of a story. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I mean Carmelo. We ain't hear his side of the story yet. That tells you right there they was playing tricks on this kid from the beginning and his parents. Let's get a couple more likes, man. Come on, let's smash that like button. Let's continue, man. Let's continue with this clown over here talking about, I ain't got a race in my soul. Yeah, okay.
I had to take when they were born. This is a true story.
Now, this shit is crazy. He's saying that he actually got half Native American in him. Peep this shit out. This how bugged out this dude is. Yeah, we got half Native American here. Yeah, we was here before y'all people, and you ain't got a solar race. So, okay, when you say you got an excuse for the watermelon felon remark, you said that as trying to be a smart ass. You got an excuse for that on a Good Morning show that I just played. You said, oh, it was a social media experiment. So what's your excuse on this one right here? Yeah, y'all was born here by the boat. That's exactly what you about to say here. What's your excuse on this one? No. You continue because it's not no social media experience. You was mad, and that's how you felt. And that's how you felt in your heart and your goddamn chest also. I don't want to hear this social media experience. Yeah, I'm going to go viral and all this. Nah, we're not doing that. You felt that. You said that out your chest. And you said this out your chest also.
I had when they were born. This is a true story. I had to take a permanent marker, and this was Hunter, and we would color in his his toenail black, so we could tell them apart. Because you put them on the floor and they crawl around, it's like a shell game. Which one? Where did he go? I don't know. So we told Hunter he's Native American from the Black Toe tribe.
So he said he told Hunter he's half Native American from the Black Troll tribe. He said he put a black paint on the toe because they was twins, so they could tell which one is Austin and Hunter. Ain't that some racist shit though? Because they twins. So he said when they was babies, they painted one of their toes black and tell you that, yeah, you have Native and all this. Come on, man. Cut it out, yo. You can't make this shit up, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. This nasty work, man.
They were born. This is a true story. I had to take a permanent marker, and this was Hunter, and we would color in his his toenail black, so we could tell them apart. Because you put them on the floor and they crawl around, it's like a shell game. Which one? Where did he go? I don't know. So we told Hunter he's Native American from the Black Toe tribe. But one thing is for real. We are Native American. I have my Indian card and so do the boys. So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat.
See what I mean? Yeah, he wild. That dude's a wild dude. He's bugged out. I'm telling you, he be drinking. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. I don't care. I got Native in me. We was here before y'all people was here. Y'all came here on a boat. Well, let me tell you something. We ain't coming on a boat. Maybe a few hundred people probably came, but not the thousands the way they told us in these school books. That's another story. But for you to bring that up, yeah, I'm half Native man. I got my Native card. You can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up with this guy. And he talking about he ain't got a hate in the world, huh? All right. All right. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, gang. Come on. Let's get 120 likes in the building. Salute, salute. I see you, Tanya. I see you in the building. Shout out to everybody that just joined us. Shout out to who that? He said, He said Jeff is wild. Yeah, he definitely. Jeff can't take away his own words. You know what's crazy? When that trial come, when that retrial, hopefully he get a retrial. Hopefully Carmelo get a fair trial. They're gonna use this shit against him. Wow, they're gonna put his ass on that stand. That's why he's doing the foundation. He's trying to switch characters. Nothing wrong with that. Do your foundation, but it's a little bit too late for that. You're just doing it because you see money coming out that sky. Who we got? He said he lying. It's called $5 Indian. A lot of whites was trying to get the native. Talk to them. Talk to them 304. Talk to them 304. You know, I know that shit. You know, I'm a YouTuber. I'll be on people's channel. Man, shout out to Dan Calloway, too. I got to get Dan Calloway a shout out. Shout out to Dan Calloway, man, for waking people up on that Indian content from about damn near almost 10 years already, probably longer. Shout out to Dan Calloway. If y'all know who that is, I'll make sure y'all go follow that brother. He's been doing this shit for several years already. But not for nothing. It's other people that's doing it, too. But shout out to 304, because that's exactly what Mr. Metcalf has actually got to be talking about. Come on, man. He said, yeah, I'm native. Oh, I got to play that one. I got to go back and play that shit again. That nigga had the nerve to say, I'm half Native American. Boy, that boy, I'm telling you, he had to been drunk. He had to been drunk off some whiskey, something. I don't know what he was drinking. Smash that like button, gang. Come on, let's get a few more likes. Come on, man. Support the channel.
When they were born, this is a true story. I had to take a permanent marker, and this was Hunter, and we would color in his his toenail black so we could tell them apart. Because you put them on the floor and they crawl around, it's like a shell game. Where did he go? I don't know. So we told Hunter he's Native American from the Black Toe tribe. But one thing is for real. We are Native American. I have my Indian card and so do the boys. So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat. Carmelo's a little baby. He's innocent. No, he's fucking guilty. He's going to prison. Yay! Am I supposed to be excited? Guess what? I'm not. Because I don't promote and I don't accept. I feel sorry for that young man. He's fixing to live a living hell. Not that he doesn't deserve it. Yes, he does. But I'm human. And I'm sorry. I don't wish harm or ill will on anyone. It's not the Christian thing to do, man. It's not the way I was raised. It's not what I was taught. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just know it is what it is. You be you, I'll be me. You stay in your lane, I stay in mine. I respect you, you respect me. We get along. We don't fight. We don't stab each other in the heart. If we have a disagreement, you know what? We can use words. And also, we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But what's not okay is when you lose control and you do something that you can't take back. And now you're responsible.
Let's continue.
He wouldn't move.
My son told me.
Austin tried to take Carmelo belongings because he wouldn't move.
My son told me.
Austin tried to take Carmelo belongings because he wouldn't move.
My son told me. But they asked him to move, and when Austin grabbed his backpack to take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him. But they asked him to move, and when Austin grabbed his backpack to take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him.
The reason why I played this video, because they called him in slow-mo saying that. Even his brother even said also, we got the interview. We about to get to both of his brother's interviews. You know, that's the only interviews he did, me and Hunter. But you clearly said the same thing. Your son tried to grab his backpack. He went towards him. That called self-defense then. You getting physical. You grab my backpack. You coming towards me. Lord knows what else that your son probably did. Shoved him. We don't know. Because they want to give us a blurry-ass video of the tent video. We can't see shit underneath that tent. So we want to go by what people are telling us for now. And it only been one side of a story since this shit happened. I'm going to repeat myself. Carmelo haven't spoke yet. He didn't give it his side of the story yet. We only been hearing from the father, from the son, from the mother, and from the 2 interviews she did. And that's about it, really. The father is the main one that's doing the campaign. Carmelo parents don't even do this shit. Come on, bro. There's only one side of a story. But when you say your son told you that he walked up to him, like I'm going to say this in the beginning of the video, who the hell, respectfully, are these 2 people, 2 individuals that tell another individual that's minding his business, ain't bothering nobody, and telling him to remove yourself from underneath this tent? Who the hell is them for them to even do that? They're not security. That's bully movement. That's bully motions. That's bully act. I mean, all that. You coming to somebody and telling them to get your ass underneath this tent. And you think your kids, you think your son Austin said that in a polite way? You really think your son said that in a polite way? I guarantee you, your son did not say that shit in a polite way. He ain't just said, yo, dude, you just got to remove yourself from here. I don't see him saying that. It's pouring down raining. The kid needs some cover to try to chill. Ain't bothering nobody. And you got 2 people coming here looking for trouble. All right. Let's get to the 2 interviews that his brother actually did. Because a lot of details in his interviews. One part, he said that they were sitting down and Carmelo was behind them. Then another part, he said they was behind Carmelo. Which one is it? I don't even think y'all was sitting down because y'all walked towards Carmelo while he was sitting down. Smash that like button. Let's get a couple more likes in the building. Do me that favor for the people that just joined in. We're going to go back to the brother first 2 interviews that he did. And it's a lot of little mixed little narratives in these interviews. One, he said they was sitting down. Carmelo was behind them. Pause. Another interview, he said they was behind Carmelo. Pause. Which one is it? I think either one don't even exist. I think y'all walked up to Carmelo because remember, y'all got the phone call to remove Carmelo out of that tent. So why the hell y'all gonna sit down for? And then your father just said that they walked towards Carmelo and tried to grab his backpack after they said a few words. Oh, y'all think I'm lying? Let's go back to Metcalf for what he said before we continue. Remember, his father said, yeah, Austin walked up towards him and told him to leave, and he tried to reach for his backpack. You walked up towards Carmelo. There wasn't no sitting down.
Austin tried to take Carmelo belongings because he wouldn't move.
My son told me, but they asked him to move, and when Austin grabbed his backpack to take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him. But they asked him to move, and when Austin grabbed his backpack to take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him.
All right, so we got that point. But was they sitting down? Was they walking towards them? They was walking towards them. They got the call to come there to remove them underneath the tent. You're not going to sit down and chill with somebody and they just told you they want that dude up out of there. No, you got the call. You walk towards him. Y'all over there telling him to remove himself. He's saying for what? What y'all messing with me for? Y'all want to paint a picture that Carmelo just jumped up, whipped out his weapon, and he just poked him for no reason. That's the picture y'all want to paint. That he just jumped out of the seat and be like, yo, boom, and just hit him. No, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. There was a face-to-face. There was words involved. But y'all edit that out. We can't see that in the video. We can't see that. The only thing we see is Carmelo taking off. You see a little bit of commotion, boom, you see Carmelo taking off. Nah, y'all edit a few little seconds out of that, or a few little minutes out of that. Allegedly. And everything I say is alleged. Ain't nobody gonna come to him and tell him, yo, you gotta remove yourself. He just whip out his knife and boom, just hit him. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You gotta provoke that person to do that. You gotta push that person buttons to do that. You gotta be a threat towards him for him to do that. And he was outnumbered. Not to mention that. And he's sitting down and all y'all standing surrounding him. Hello. Come on, bro. That shit is wrong. That's why I say he need a fair trial. That's all that matters. Fair trial. Give this young man a fair trial. Everything is on the table. Let's get to his brother interview though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, man. Let's get 100. Let's get 100. Let's get a few more likes, man.
Lee, 17-year-old football star, gut-wrenching incomprehensible for drawing a knife and attacking Austin. I have to start with how sorry I am.
Now, let me say my condolences to this mother. Because like I said, we don't wish nobody being unalive. We don't wish no young kid being unalive. We don't wish that on no. I don't care what color you is, what culture you come from. My condolences to her. My condolences to the family over there. My condolences to also Anthony family, because both families lost on this one. Not just one, both. I understand one got unalive. But let me repeat myself. The kid was minding his business, bro. Meaning Carmelo.
You're going through this morning, this afternoon. I think I'd like to just start. I'd love to just start with tell me about Hunter. If you could, Megan, tell me about your son.
I think I can speak for her for a little bit, so she just calms down just a little bit. But as for me, I know I'm a little more, spontaneous. I like to do stuff all around and just get out of line sometimes. And, Austin's always was there to check on me and keep me straight so I wouldn't be in trouble and do anything like that.
Hunter and Megan, whenever you feel ready for the ball, and it looked, when I was looking into him last night.
He was very highly recruited, just like, yes, sir. He was very highly recruited, just like coming out of his junior year. He's had a really great year, and everyone on the team, coaches, everyone knew around the area just knew that he was about to do big things in football. But besides his GPA, man, that dude was extremely smart, always in the books. He just came to him real easy, and just him playing with football as well just made him just a great person overall.
Megan, we'll try this again, both of us, and we'll see how far we get. When I read your story last night, obviously this is not about me. I have a so the circles got tight, and this hit really close to home. And I'm just so sorry for you. Can you explain us at all to Megan is incomprehensible? How could this happen at a track meet?
It is. She just took my son is gone, and I don't really have words. I've tried to figure out what I was going to say, but he's just going to be so missed by mostly our family, but this whole community has really wrapped their arms around us. And if I could say anything to the nation, I would say to make sure that you just hug your babies tight, because you don't know when the last time you get to do it.
Hunter, I know you were there. Thank you, Megan. Take your time. Hunter, I know you were there when it happened. What can you tell us about what happened at that track meet? How could this thing that seems like is not on the menu of possibilities could happen. Again, I was at a track meet, by the way, on Tuesday. This is not something you think could ever happen. How did it happen?
So it was a really bad storm in the morning, and they had a lot of delays. And me, my brother, storm in the morning, and they had a lot. So it was a really bad storm in the morning, and they had a lot of delays.
Remember, it was a storm that morning. It was raining, all this, and they want this young man, Carmelo, to remove himself underneath that tent. I'm gonna keep saying myself. My condolences to the family. We listen. Rest in peace to that young man. But he had no authority of going over there or trying to remove somebody that, bro, you're not a security. And it's raining, it's thundering, there's all types of shit going on. Let's continue. I want y'all to hear because his voice is kind of muffled on the mic too.
And me, my brother,
think could ever happen. How did it happen?
So it was a really bad storm in the morning, and they had a lot of delays. And me, my brother, a couple of kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school because we attended that middle school when we went to middle school, and we were saying hello to old coaches and catching up with them. And then we're walking back to our stand. We put our tent up. So
he said they was coming back from the middle school. Now, I'm not from down there. I'm assuming the middle school is probably right next to the high school for you to walk that distance. So that's not a far walk, pardon me. Now, y'all remember the surveillance video. Remember the video that we got in the beginning before it get to the tent that you see the two twins walking inside the high school. You see them walking with their friends and all that. That's what they're talking about in this part right here. So he's saying that they came from a middle school, according to his story. Might have been some sports event, might have been sports practice, something. But see, why y'all don't mention that y'all got a phone call though? Y'all didn't just walk over there and just put up your tent and y'all see Carmelo chilling and y'all decide to go mess with him for no reason. Why we don't got video of that? Let's start again. Let's begin. Because I want y'all to understand everything he's saying, why they don't got no video of them doing that. We talking about school grounds. We talking about a football field. Hello. Let's continue. Let's go back to his brother. Middle school's an alibi. That's what I'm thinking also. Because like Glenn, if you in high school and like he said, we about to continue. Y'all just cut it off when he said we went there, we went to go put the tents up. Why we don't got video of you and the other individuals putting the tent up? Somebody called them over there. That part 304. Let's go.
bleachers were right there. So there was a.
How could this thing that seems like is not on the menu of possibilities could happen? Again, I was at a track meet, by the way, on Tuesday. This is not something you think could ever happen. How did it happen?
So it was a really bad storm in the morning, and they had a lot of delays. And me, my brother, a couple of kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school because we attended that middle school when we went to middle school, and we were saying hello to old coaches and catching up with them. And then we're walking back to our stand. We put our tent up so all the bleachers were right there. Were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life. I never knew who he was.
I want y'all to catch that part. He said something behind him. So Carmelo was sitting behind you in this interview right here.
Hello to old coaches and catching up with them. And then we're walking back to our stand. We put our tent up so all the bleachers were right there. Were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life. I never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive.
That's a lie. Why will Carmelo say something to y'all for no reason? You gotta. I'm rebuttaling this because you have to have a reason for somebody to say something to you slick. Number one, Carmelo already heard about y'all. Remember, he already heard y'all. Y'all already got a name. Y'all already got a reputation. So why would Melo start with y'all knowing that y'all got a reputation and y'all together? He's by himself. He gonna get his ass whooped. I'm not gonna start a fight knowing that I'm gonna get my ass whooped at the end of the day. It's me against 5 niggas. I got 2 twins that got a reputation, and I got 3 friends with them. I'm looking around where Eddie at. Eddie ain't nowhere to be found. So why Carmelo would start that type of problem? That's a lie. A minute, tell the you have to tell the truth, bro. Ain't no kid just gonna pick with you. He said inappropriate things, and he got aggressive. So he got aggressive right away with the 2 twins, with the reputation y'all got, the reputation y'all have allegedly. No, I'm not saying the reputation is no. Just y'all know not to take no bullshit. Y'all know not to let nobody talk to y'all that way. That's y'all reputation. So why would Melo start with y'all knowing that y'all first reaction is fighting, putting hands on people as brothers, allegedly? Nothing wrong with that. Y'all defending yourself, but don't sit there and act like Melo picked on y'all though. I can't see that. One person picking on y'all outnumbered them.
My brother stepped in. He started. Never met this kid my entire life. Never knew who he was. So all the bleachers were right there were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid my entire life. Never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive. My brother stepped in. He started being, how he always is with me, just brothers, just having my back. And things started getting more like higher intensity. And the kid said some like aggressive stuff. And the kid said some just brothers just having my back. And things started getting more like higher intensity. And the kid said some like aggressive stuff. Like,
why you keep saying he's aggressive? He's outnumbered. So y'all just sat there and just. So this is what y'all did then. Respectfully, this is what y'all just did. Y'all just sat there and just looked at him while he's being aggressive. That's why they didn't want Carmelo to take the stand, because he was going to speak on his behalf, and we ain't get his side of the story yet. There's no way in the world that boy did that. Ain't no way in the world that boy did all that. And every word is he's aggressive. He's aggressive. You see the key word? He's aggressive. He's aggressive. He's aggressive. So all of a sudden, Carmelo he's just aggressive for no reason. Number one, he's outnumbered. Number two, y'all got a reputation of putting hands and feet on other young adults like y'all, young teens. Because y'all got zero toleration with y'all. Y'all don't tolerate shit. That's y'all reputation, allegedly. So why would somebody just approach y'all? Why somebody just pick on y'all when y'all sitting down? He's outnumbered. He don't even know y'all. He just heard of y'all. That's what I'm assuming. Eddie know y'all because he date Eddie cousin, the female. So you don't think Eddie told him about y'all? Yeah, the Metcalf boys, the Metcalf twins, they don't play around, man. Know what I mean? He already heard about y'all. He already got a one-up about y'all reputation. And you think he really gonna sit there and pick on y'all, knowing that he already know y'all reputation from Eddie and everybody else? Carmelo is not from there. He moved there. He got close with the boy named Eddie. He started dating Eddie cousin, the female. You see Carmelo on Spanish photos. You see him in a Halloween photo, Christmas photo. I mean, Spanish holidays, Thanksgiving. I mean, you see Carmelo everywhere in those photos. You don't think Eddie told him about y'all reputation when he first got with Carmelo as a friend? Let's cut it out here, bro. Let's cut it out, man. Y'all not gonna make it seem like he's the aggressive. He's the aggressive. He was the only one being aggressive for no reason, huh?
stuff, and also started getting more like higher intensity. And the kid said some like aggressive stuff, like reckless stuff, and also try to handle the problem. And
Austin was always one to step up. He always was one to step up and be the person that would do the right thing. And he was doing the right thing by saying to this gentleman that you're not supposed to be in this tent. This is like, because they have personal items there.
A lot of stuff gets stolen, just like that, just precautions and stuff. And our coaches always told us don't let, other schools, like mess with our stuff, just sit around our tent area. And we set that up for the girls track every meet we had. So it's just like, he knew he.
But see, that doesn't make no sense. If y'all got a policy or whatever that people that from your school don't need to be underneath the tent, don't you think somebody else would have told them remove stuff from underneath the tent? Don't you think a coach would have told them that? There were several coaches and other people on the field. At least we could see that in the video. At least we could see that in the video, that we see several adults, coaches, teachers probably. They was all on the field. You don't think they would have told Carmelo remove his stuff from under there because a lot of stolen items been stolen underneath the tent? But no, like I said, they called y'all. Other students called y'all. That shit wasn't about no stolen items and, oh yeah, people been stealing underneath the tent that don't belong there. Nah, that's a fake narrative. That's an alibi. Allegedly.
Supposed to be there. He was just told us don't let other schools like mess with our stuff. Just sit around our tent area, and we set that up for the girls track every meet we had. So it's just like he knew he wasn't supposed to be there. He was just.
Hold up, let's get to this. E, shout out to E, man. He said, "Who goes to another event by themselves and starts trouble like a supervillain?" Thank you. And that's the narrative they pushed and got that boy 35 years. That's the narrative they pushed and got that young man 35 years. They made it seem like he just woke up super villain. Oh, let me play super villain today on a rainy thundering day. Let me go to this school and just start trouble and be outnumbered by myself. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start with the Metcalf boys, knowing that they got a reputation of doing what they doing. They zero tolerance with other people. Period. Like, that doesn't make no sense. Why would he do that to y'all? Ain't no way in the world that man came there by himself and be like, let me be the super villain today. Let me pick on everybody. Yeah, all right. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, man. Grab your membership, support the channel. We got the super chat. We also got the cash app. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the channel.
Just a tragedy what happened.
And then what happened, Austin? After your brother stepped up, what happened then?
He stepped up over there, asked him to move, got aggressive. He grabbed the bag, and then I whipped my.
So he grabbed Carmelo's bag. Y'all should have just left that boy alone. Y'all should have just went to a coach or a teacher and told them to remove Carmelo instead of y'all. Let's be serious here. Y'all don't win in his face. Y'all all in his face because y'all want to make it seem like he picked on y'all. Nah, that's not the story. Y'all went there, try to remove that kid. There's a backstory about this too. I think y'all know him too. I think y'all heard of him because if y'all know Eddie, y'all have to know Carmelo because Carmelo is dating Eddie's cousin. Eddie plays sports too. What we talking about here? So how the hell you gonna sit there with a straight face that you never met this kid a day in your life? Y'all know his friends, so how y'all know him? I'm pretty much sure Eddie brung him in a couple of events, couple of school events. I'm pretty much sure y'all came across each other with Eddie and Carmelo, and you and your brother and y'all friends. That shit is bullshit.
Around, and then all of a sudden, I got aggressive. He grabbed the bag.
What happened then?
He stepped up over there, asked him to move, got aggressive. He grabbed the bag, and then I whipped my head around, and then all of a sudden I see him running down the bleachers, grabbing his chest, just blood rushing out. He said, he got stabbed. He got stabbed. First, I froze for half a second. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw him about to fall. I went to go over there. I grabbed him. I see.
Stop.
Yeah, I understand. Best I can to understand.
Yeah, there was. You can see. You can picture what happened when what was coming out of his chest, and
yeah.
y'all can visualize other stuff. I don't want to put that on my mom right now, but I pushed my hand on there, trying to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul too.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna with your husband.
That's why I said it's a tragic story, man. But not for nothing though. Y'all got to look at it like this. It's like I told people, man, that boy didn't come there looking for trouble. Trouble came there looking for him. Carmelo was not looking for trouble. Trouble came looking for him. He just made a wrong decision. And I don't believe that Carmelo actually was going to think that he was going to do that and unalive him. He was trying to protect himself and leave. He probably looked at Eddie or Eddie. I don't know. Oh, to this, do anybody know Eddie was there? We don't even know if Eddie was underneath the tent. He probably looked at his friend like, yo, you ain't going to help me? And all this, Carmelo is the aggressive. He's the aggressive. He's the aggressor. He the aggressor. No. Y'all got a reputation of being aggressive. Let me repeat myself. Y'all have a reputation as young, because now y'all 18. You would have been, young teens, whatever. Y'all got a reputation of being aggressive. That's why I said both family lost, man. Both family lost this whole situation. It's a tragic story for both families. But for y'all to just to pinpoint and blame everything on Carmelo and make it seem like he's the aggressor, he the aggressor, and he came there looking for problems. I can't agree with that. Nah, we're not doing that. We can't do that right there.
Who I can hear in the side, by the way. I think he's there in the room with you. I saw an interview last night. Okay, someone else. Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
But I have seen interviews with your husband in the last 24 hours, and it was remarkable to me that I heard your husband say, within hours of this, that he forgave this other young man, and he got there so quickly. And I honestly don't know that I could, and I just want to see, and I don't know that there's a right or a wrong place to be, especially as quickly as this has happened. Megan, how do you feel on that front today?
I am not like their dad. I am so angry at that boy.
You heard what she said? Y'all caught that? Oh, let me play it back. She's angry at that boy. You know, she's nothing like they. Listen, when you say that boy, y'all know what that means.
It's just not fair. That's all I have. Just so angry. I am not like their dad. I am so angry at that boy. It's just not fair. That's all I have.
I understand.
I'd like to say it's forgave, not forgotten, but I'm not at that point yet to forgive that kid for what he did to my brother. Because, 17 years, my best friend just there and in blink of an eye, I lost him. So I'm not at that point to forgive and forget, but eventually I will. But I pray for his family. I pray that they understand what we're going through as well. I just pray for everybody.
I totally understand where both of you sit today on that front. I don't know that I could either. That's why I found it remarkable when I heard that from your husband.
Now, you heard that interview, right? He said they were sitting down. He said Carmelo was sitting behind them. He's saying that Carmelo said a few words to them. They got up. So my thing is that, right? When you say that, right? So y'all sat down and say nothing to Carmelo first. Carmelo started with y'all first, is what y'all trying to say? But y'all had a mission there to remove him underneath the tent. That's why I don't understand that story. Y'all had a mission coming there to remove him underneath the tent. If y'all didn't have no mission coming there, why start the whole commotion? Why y'all just mind y'all business and the young man sitting over there by himself looking down on his phone, minding his business? Y'all could have just left it the way it was, just like that. No, y'all came there on a mission, allegedly. Y'all already knew when y'all was coming underneath that tent what y'all was coming to do. Y'all already knew that he was outnumbered. Like, if we're gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. And for y'all to say y'all never seen that boy, y'all don't even know him, that's a lie. Y'all know his friend. His friend's cousin or sister, whatever the girl's to on Eddie. Carmelo been dating her for damn near I don't know how long since he got there. You don't think him and Eddie is hanging out in downtown events, parties, school events, and y'all never bump heads? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, yo. Let's continue though. Smash that like button. Let's get to another interview because he only did 2 interviews. Now y'all heard that he said Carmelo sat behind him, and Carmelo picked on him, started with him, whatever, and he said Carmelo was the more aggressive. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
And I don't understand it. And he had college football. Doesn't make it take long for them to come in to say that he had passed, had been stabbed.
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So, not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just telling that act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was.
How is your son doing the right thing? He's not a security guard. He's not a coach. He's not a teacher. He's not a principal. Who is him out of all the people on the field before your son got there? But out of everybody, your son's got the right to remove somebody underneath the tent? Like he police? There's several other people on the field. They was grown ass people on the field that could have easily told Carmelo remove yourself. So we're right. He ain't got the right to do that. You see, they always want to make it seem like this some all-American shit. Yeah, he's a hero. They ain't no hit, bro. I can't, bro. I can't, bro. Like I said, made that kid so rest in peace, but for his parents to talk like this and doing them interview was crazy. He don't got the right to do that. If I ever recall, I think the kid was even suspended from school grounds. But that was the narrative. I don't know how true it is. But for you to say, yeah, he got the right to remove a kid that don't belong there. What? So I'm gonna go back to what I was saying before. We know Carmelo Anthony was a black kid. If it was a white kid, would your son have done that also? Or somebody that he know? No. Or somebody that he heard of? No. Somebody that he came across of? No. Your son don't have the right to remove somebody on school grounds. He don't work there. He don't. So what you're saying is delusional. Respectfully.
And just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Tell me about Austin. What do you want people to know about your boy?
He was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college. His goal was to play in college. He just wanted to play football. His life was going to the gym and working out and being a leader on his football team. And he just had such ambitions and a drive that it's hard to find in a kid. And he's just such a good spirit. And so many kids loved him. And his brother's lost his best friend.
They're twins, right?
Yeah, identical twins. Yeah. They've been like, they are the best of friends. Like, just, I'm so worried about my son because he's gonna have to face this world alone now because he had a brother that was with him the whole time, and now he's gonna have to do it alone. And I'm just so worried about him. I really am.
Was Hunter with Austin today?
He was. They made him go away when they were doing CPR on him, but he was there when he was stabbed, and he was holding, I guess, the wound to keep it from, he was trying to save his brother. But I think he said he saw when he took his last breath and before the CPR came back in. So for what I heard, he was unresponsive for 5 minutes. They were able to revive him a little, but I think it was too little too late.
What can the community do for your family?
They need to support the kids at the school. Austin was loved by so many people. They need to know that there's other people out there for them and not against them, you know. And Frisco Memorial has got a football program it's in a process, and we want everybody to know that it's a family and they're there together. So, but just to put your arms wrap around the support. This is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
He's a good kid. We just got a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around here knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. He didn't deserve it. No one deserves a loss from a family like that. I know people that lose their family members all the time, but I just didn't know it was gonna be mine so soon. My best friend and my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just not y'all, sorry. Just thank y'all for just comforting us, and the Frisco area has been comforting my family and me. I just really appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's a really hard loss, but we're gonna get through it with my family, so we'll just stay together. I mean, our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody, between two human beings. I mean, we did everything together, clean the dishes together, do the artwork together, sports, you name anything in the world, it's always us two and one thing. So you're always just basically one person.
Were you guys just a few minutes apart?
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Austin was first by 4 minutes. He got stuck in me.
So technically your bigger brother.
Yes, ma'am. He does a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what. It's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Mm-hmm. Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive, and before I, yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see. Grabbed his backpack. The kid,
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. I tried to whip around as fast.
Did he say he jumped? He tried to jump right around him? Let's continue.
But I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid. Real strong. And I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like he was the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying, like heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything sail smoothly. And because I get upset, but then he calms me down. He was just always there for me. So it's just really heartbreaking to see like how this happened.
Oh my goodness, you guys are
17.
17.
Yeah, they'll be 18 in July.
I saw a lot of articles say you guys were 16. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
How you gonna say he jumped around and he couldn't see? You see, that's where they F up at. You know you done effed up, right? You know you done effed up, right? Oh, we got to go back and remix that. We got to go back. You know you done effed up, right? So how you can't see? Oh, let me guess how you can't see. Anybody could guess how he couldn't see? You face to face. Remember, they surrounded him. That's the only way you can't see. If people surrounded him and a little bit of commotion going on and you wasn't able to look what's going on. If that's the case. You too close to Carmelo not to see what's going on. There was a commotion. That's why I said they had to edit allegedly, and everything I say is alleged. They had to edit a few seconds a minute out of that video. Because when we could see the video, you could see a whole bunch of little commotion going on. You see a whole bunch of gathering, then you see Carmelo take off. But what's that little bit of part, though, that you couldn't see? How you couldn't see? Because they was jumping them. You be able to see it. It's just one person grabbing them and just y'all two scuffling. But when you got a whole bunch of other people now joining, now you're not able to see nothing. Because you got three bodies on one.
Man, he was a strong kid. This kid, so it's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Also, he started getting aggressive and talking.
Then I tell you the key word is aggressive, that it was going to use Carmelo. Remember, I just showed y'all the interview where everything is he aggressive, he's aggressive, he's aggressive. Yeah, I wonder. So y'all not aggressive. Y'all just walk around with your head up on some bobblehead shit like this all day, and y'all just love the world, right? That's what we painting here. That's what we painting here. But y'all got to backtrack of the things y'all was doing. There's no way in the world y'all walking around here like this. But all of a sudden, he's the aggressor. He's the aggressor. He's the aggressor. Okay. So y'all parents. So let me ask y'all a question. Y'all a bunch of punks. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all don't defend yourself. Y'all just let people talk to y'all the way people talk to y'all. That's what you're telling us here. Yeah, right. Y'all know better than that. Anybody talk to y'all crazy, y'all ready to hop on them. That's what y'all known for, allegedly.
Reckless. There was this kid, before I knew his name now. This kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's I could, but I didn't see the stab. Back and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the.
You see, that's a lie, because in the other interview you say that y'all see, well, basically you said in the other interview that y'all actually was going there to telling Carmelo to remove himself. So now you telling us that y'all sat there with Carmelo for mad minutes and just Carmelo start talking crazy for no reason? No, because in the other interview you did, the one I played before this one, you said that the coach told y'all, don't let nobody sit underneath there if they're not all part of the team or part of the school, because some items were stolen. Didn't you not say that? You did say that. But see, in this interview, you want to act like y'all was just sitting down. Carmelo got aggressive, so now all of a sudden y'all telling him to remove himself, and Carmelo got more aggressive. No, y'all came there in the beginning on a mission. Y'all came there to remove him once y'all got there. And that's the video I want to see. Y'all haven't shown us that video yet. They don't show us what time y'all got there. They don't show us that y'all sitting down underneath the tent. They don't show us that. They don't show us that y'all walking towards the tent. Where's the video at? That shit is bullshit. Y'all was going there on a mission. Like I'm gonna continue saying, Carmelo was not looking for trouble. Trouble came to him.
But then reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." Now this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid. Real strong. And I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like he was the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying. Like, I heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything sail smoothly. And because I get upset, but then he calms me down. He was just always there for me. So it's just really heartbreaking.
Yeah, Hunter didn't take the stand either, because they know he would have fumbled the bag if he would have took the stand probably. His brother didn't take the stand either. They already had their mind made up quick. Why do you think Carmelo got convicted so fast? Carmelo didn't take the stand. Hunter didn't take the stand, but they let all the other they let all the other teenagers that was there, with a few of them that was there, and all of them defended. Defended what's the name? Austin. Y'all remember they said not one of them defended Carmelo. I think Eddie even took the stand. If I'm not mistaken, I think Eddie took the stand too. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think Eddie took the stand too, and nobody defended Carmelo. They already had their mind made up. Let's continue.
Like how this happened.
Oh my goodness. You guys are
17.
17?
Yeah, they'll be 18 in July.
I saw a lot of articles say you guys were 16. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Junior?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Austin wanted to play football.
He would have played college football.
He would have.
seen in the Frisco area. He would have played college football.
He would have,
He,
for sure.
He definitely used his mindset, his skill level, his IQ with the game was probably the best I've seen in the Frisco area.
Yeah.
As a linebacker, he was a stud, and I always try to fill those shoes with him and play with him. And I had a blast my whole life playing sports with him. My whole life, it was just me and him always good against people. And last year, it was this year, so it's just really heartbreaking not to see him next year on the field.
I'm so sorry, my love. Oh my goodness. I saw that he won like linebacker of the year.
For the Frisco Memorial, he was
Second team all district, which he should have been first.
Yeah.
But it's just everyone knows around this area the impacts of what he does for football and what he does for families and friends. Like, he's just a great guy overall to be around, and
hard worker.
Extremely. It's just really hard. It's just really hard to see someone go like that just for like recklessness.
Mm-hmm. My focus of my story is, of course, on Austin. That is what's most important. But what would you say about the suspect and what's next? And
I don't know anything about him. We have nothing to say.
I've never met this kid until right. It really was under.
I don't believe that. I don't see that right there. I don't believe that you never met him. Y'all all play sports, bro. Y'all had to come across each other, and not to mention that y'all know Eddie, and Eddie is basically Carmelo. Well, was Carmelo's best friend, and then he's dating Eddie's cousin Carmelo. Y'all had to come across Carmelo a couple of times because y'all know Eddie. Like I said, school events, on sports events, y'all had to come across him.
Seconds this altercation. I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just.
And to be honest with you, we don't want to give him any recognition or any care because that's not. We're not. We have no desire to have anything to do with that man. Absolutely. So.
If Austin can hear you, what would you say to him?
I'd say that's really hard, but I'd say a lot of things because I saw him before his last moments, and it was just.
How much we loved him. He knew that.
He knew how much I loved him, how much I do for him. I do anything for him.
Yeah.
No matter what. He's called me anything that he needs, I'll do it for him. He's just a great guy. So when you have a great guy, you want people to be around you. They're going to be around you no matter what. Like he's a great leader. That's why I always want to tell him. Like I always wanted to be like him in that sense. Is like how he just. Communicates and has great ways with people all the time. And I always looked up to him for like that. He was a big brother in a sense. He was the same age, but he was a big brother to me.
We just want to make sure that everybody knows how much that Austin is going to be still in our lives, as far as in our memories and our hearts forever. You know, it's going to be really hard. This is going to be really hard.
I can see how much you guys love and adore him.
Yeah, I'm really trying not to cry, but it's
Mr. Baby.
Yeah. He was my big baby. He was 225 pounds. Both of them big boys.
225 pounds, two twins walking towards you. And then you got three other friends allegedly. Well, they had three other friends with them. Because we seen the surveillance, we seen the video, the camera when they walked in the stadium. Austin had two friends with him with hoodies on, and then his brother was walking right behind him with another friend. So you got two big boys walking towards you underneath the tent. And y'all really gonna sit here and tell me that Carmelo picked on two grown at 225 pounds. That's 450 pounds combined. And you telling me Carmelo picked on y'all? Man, y'all gotta be shitting me. Y'all gotta be shitting me. Ain't no way in the world Carmelo picked on two twins that weigh 225 each. And I think they what's their height? They might have been 6? 5'11", 6 probably. They taller than Carmelo, I know that. Carmelo was soaking wet underneath that goddamn hoodie. He probably weighed about 160 around there. Remember, Carmelo's a little athlete himself. He run track. But you got 225 pounds walking towards you, two of them, with friends. Come on now. Let's be serious here.
I loved movie time with him. They would ask me if we'd watch a movie and sit on the couch, and he'd put his head on my lap, and I'd scratch his back, and he was just personable with me and close. The future together.
I know you were with him till the end, right? Did you hold him the whole time?
I didn't. They yanked me off him.
Yeah, they had to leave. He had to be removed when they did CPR. And then he wasn't able to be in the ambulance with him on the way to the hospital.
So it was just like heart throbbing the whole time, the whole ride on the hospital.
How did you get to the hospital?
My dad came. I called my mom. My mom didn't know. She didn't answer. She was at work, and then she answered my phone. And I told her what happened. She came in right away, and then we drove to the hospital. We're trying to figure everything out.
Yeah, it was hard. That was tough because I beat the ambulance there. I don't even know how that's possible, but I did because I came in from Grapevine.
Oh, man. So there you go. Different narratives in two different interviews. First, Carmelo was behind y'all. He picked on y'all. He was aggressive. Then this one, he's saying that basically y'all was behind Carmelo because the way he explained it, y'all basically Carmelo's in front of y'all and y'all told him to remove himself or whatever. My whole thing is, though, y'all have no rights to tell somebody else that's y'all age to remove themselves underneath a tent that it's actually raining and y'all got the rights to tell that boy to remove himself for what? That's not your job. That's why it doesn't make sense that Carmelo picked on y'all and he was the aggressor. Y'all tried to grab his bag. Then what else happened? It was a commotion that happened. People jumped on him. That's why you wasn't able to see, according to your narrative, according to the story you gave us in the interview, you wasn't able to see Carmelo poking him. You see, you done effed up, though, because they're going to use that in the new trial. Why you think Hunter didn't take this stand? Because when you do an interview and you say you didn't see Carmelo poke him up, you didn't see Carmelo stab him, that's a good thing for Carmelo because now that's telling us maybe there were some other young teams underneath the tent with weapons also because you didn't see Carmelo do it. So who else seen Carmelo do it? Nobody probably. The other young teams they had on the stand, they was lying. They didn't bring Hunter there because Hunter came to the stadium with his brother. I'm pretty much sure you were standing side by side with him too. They would have used that against you in that court, especially with the lawyers that Carmelo got now. Oh, they're gonna use that. You said you didn't see him poke him up. Okay. So how you know Carmelo poked him up then? That's why I say that new trial gonna be crazy. What'd he say? He said it's so crazy how the black family and the white can say exactly the same thing, but when a family member presses it, it's taken totally different. That's a fact. I believe Carmelo told Eddie and then carried to his team so that Eddie sent Carmelo out. That's what I said. Remember you see the video of them throwing something in the trash can? You could clearly see somebody going there. You see, I'm telling y'all right now, bro. We didn't even get no DNA of Carmelo with the knife. Can anybody tell us that we didn't get that? We didn't get no DNA. We didn't get no forensic. We don't even know if that was Carmelo's knife. Carmelo never spoke. His lawyer always told him to shh all the way till he got to trial. And he still haven't spoke. He didn't even let the kid get on the stand to defend himself. We don't know how many knives was underneath that tent. We don't know if other people had weapons. Come on, man. Let's cut it out here. You got two kids that weigh 225 pounds each. That's 450 pounds. Carmelo wasn't picking on him. Like I said, that boy wasn't looking for trouble. Trouble came to him. Yeah, man. Nasty work. But we be back on later on. Smash that like button. I had to bring out an update on the Mr. Metcalf because he did that interview today this morning. So I had to bring out that right quick. I'm happy some people popped up. Appreciate that. Appreciate for the people that popped up. We be back on later on. We get some breaking news, hopefully. Carmelo was outweighed. That's what I'm saying. Carmelo was outweighed and outnumbered, bro. Come on, man. Give us the full video of what actually happened. Not a few seconds that y'all cut out, allegedly. But I'm getting up out of here, man. We be back on tonight. Let me see if I can find to get some breaking news or something. We gotta do something tonight. So keep that notification bell on. Hopefully I'll pop out tonight. Smash that like button for the people that's gonna watch the video. Shout out to my boy Rock. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all my moms that popped out, man. Free Carmelo, man. That boy need a free trial. I'm up out of here. Smash that like, grab your membership, share the video. Follow me on all platforms. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Follow me on IG. Definitely. I need 1,000 followers on IG. Follow me on IG. Y'all got the time. Go to Instagram. Press follow. That's it. That's all y'all got to do. I'm up out of here, though, man. Till then, y'all already know what's going on. Smash that like button. It's your boy Smoke News TV, man. If they know, they know. Salute, gang. I'm out of here.
This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest. Every story got layers. Everybody got opinions. I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves? Who's just chasing views? Some call it gossip. I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rise.